Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my beautiful rideshare revolutionaries. It's me, Gio, the leader of the rideshare revolution, the rideshare rock star, and the captain of the 2K club, and the realest, the funniest, the handsomest, and the beardedest driver on YouTube. And all right, apologies in advance. I'm going to do my very, very best to keep this video as positive as possible. I don't know how long that's going to last because I'm a little stressed out because I nearly got into 4 car crashes last night, and I saw the aftermath of at least 5 accidents. So I'm a little stressed out. I'm really not in the best mood today. And I missed out on all the fucking... whatever. Okay. Let's relax. Alright. The point of this video is, because I've noticed an influx of comments lately where people have to remind me that the earnings that I show that are possible in Chicago... Where's my tattoo? If that's... yeah, whatever. In Chicago, because that's the market I drive in, everyone's saying, you know that's not possible where I drive, right? You know that's not possible here in Tampa Bay. You know that's not possible in Columbus. You know that's not... Yeah, I know. That's why I never said it's possible in Tampa Bay. That's why I never said it's possible in Columbus. I have always, from the very beginning, stated that the type of earnings I make are possible in major markets. To employ the strategies I use are really only going to be beneficial in major markets. So that's why I've kind of been doing some thinking, and we're going to break down how the different types of markets and the different types of drivers in markets, right? So because I know that, and this is like the first group I'm gonna talk about. Some of you, unfortunately, are in markets where it is impossible to make good money. Some of you drive in markets that are very small. The markets don't have high median incomes. You're oversaturated. In those types of markets, you will not make the most... It's not possible to make the earnings I make. You're not going to make $20 to $25 an hour on the app. It's not possible. I know. It sucks. I know the Florida markets are horrible. I know you guys... And, oh yeah, and some of you have really low rates. I'm aware of that fact. That's just the hand you were dealt. You're stuck in those markets, unfortunately. All right? That's like the first group. Second group is small markets, but still possible. Is that... How's that look? All right. Some of you drive in markets where you think it's not possible to make money. It is if you're willing to work for it. And we're going to get to this a little bit later too, is some of you drive in markets where you maybe don't know how to maximize earnings, where the potential is there, but you just, you don't really, you haven't taken the time to learn the market yet. You don't know the patterns, things like that. Some of those markets do exist. You just haven't put the effort in to learn it, to maximize earnings yet. That's one of them. That's like group 2. All right, group 3 is, I'm going to say, major markets, but you're lazy. For example, like, if you drive in Chicago, a major market, because there are several major markets around the country, Atlanta, Chicago, New York City, I think DC's pretty good, Seattle, there's a couple like Houston and Dallas, they're pretty good. There's several of them. You know, not all of them. Some of them, they're major markets. It is possible to make good money, but if you're complaining, for example, if you're complaining about making less than $20 an hour in Chicago, that is your own fault. You did not take the time to learn the market, or you're not driving correctly, you're not strategizing, or you're lazy, so you're not getting out there and making money. That's group 3, where you are in a major market, but you're not putting in effort. Not because you don't know better, just because that's just your personality. You're just not a hard worker. Group 4 That's where I put myself into. Group 4 is you're an expert in your market, in a major market, and you're going to make good money as long as you put in consistent effort and you hustle. That's great. And this is all UberX, by the way. I cannot speak for Select, Black, XL. I don't know those categories. I've never had one Select or XL ride. I've got like 15 Lux rides on Lyft in this car, which I'm frequently still surprised that it's Lyft Lux. So I'm talking strictly about UberX and Lyft, classic Lyft. All right. So Group 4 is you drive in a major market and you hustle and you make good money, like Chicago, Atlanta, New York, bigger markets with millions of people living in them. With, you know, the potential is there and you're maximizing earnings. That's Group 4. That's where I'm in. Group 5 is like the San Franciscos of the world. All right, like there's a guy on YouTube. I wasn't aware of his content until someone linked they linked a video of his. I think it's Jay Crater, right? Talks with his glasses. And I made a mental note of this because I do not want this to sound like I'm disrespecting anyone in San Francisco. You guys have probably the best market in the country. All right. I saw this guy's video. He makes like $2,000 every week in like 60 hours. The only thing, there essentially is no limit to the earnings in San Francisco from what I'm seeing. That's not the case. That's not the case everywhere. That's a case in like 2 markets across the country. I heard your personal driver said Portland's like that and San Francisco. You cannot make the type of money everywhere. So what that gentleman in San Francisco did was he found a system that works for him and he makes the most money possible, and he's not limited by anything. As long as he's out there in the car hustling, he's making good money. That's Group 5. You guys are blessed to have such a great market like San Francisco, like Portland. I don't look at the people in Group 5 and be like, that's bullshit. Why isn't, no, because I know your market is different than mine. Every market is different. In Chicago, we are limited by the time limit. Okay? If Chicago didn't have the 10-hour limit, I wouldn't be working 7 days a week. I'd be working 6 days a week. I would put in 12 hours Monday through Saturday, take off Sunday. But I'm a workaholic and I like making money, so I work 7 days a week. I know that's a bit much for some of you people, but I mostly enjoy doing it. I'm a little fucking stressed out this morning, as you can tell, but that's not because of the hours I worked. It's because I'm surrounded by idiots that don't know how to drive and are driving drunk, apparently. So I want to make this video because now whenever someone says, I can't make $25 an hour in Tampa Bay, I'm going to link this video and tell them, watch this whole video. And then, people don't use your brains anymore. I want you guys to realize I don't have the answers to every question. I cannot tell you how to make money in every single market. If you drive in a major market, I probably can't help you. If you drive in Chicago, I definitely can help you. But if you drive in the smaller markets where the earnings just aren't possible, it's not there. It's just not. Some of you have limitations beyond your control. Some of you, if you drive in San Francisco, you don't have any limitations. It's all up to how hard you're willing to work. But I'm thinking about it now, like, in Chicago, some drivers, like, it is almost justifiable to get, like, a new car to drive for Uber, because you can pay it off in a reasonable amount of time. And some of the smaller markets, like, let's say, I don't know for sure, so don't fucking jump down my throat, guys. Let's say you drive in, like, Nashville or something, or Memphis, and, you know, it might be a reasonable choice to get, like, a 2011, 2012 Hyundai just to drive it on the weekends and make money for Uber and Lyft. It's possible, right? Some of the smaller markets, you might be limited to a few $100 total for 20 hours. Then don't get a new car. Get something that barely, you know, barely meets the minimum requirements, and just drive that into the ground. If you want to use this as a side hustle, this is not Uber and Lyft. The ride-sharing apps may not be the best choice in every market around the country for a full-time gig. In Chicago, it works as long as you're willing to work hard. If you're a slacker by nature, this is not going to work for you. But if you want to use this as a part-time hustle on the weekends or whenever you have free time, you're not going to make the most money all the time, but you will make something, you know. But just don't, you guys got to quit comparing your situation to mine. Just like I don't compare my situation to that guy in San Francisco, because I know that he drives in a different market. He has different, like, you know, they have higher rates. They get, you know, they got better bonuses than us. It's not realistic to compare Chicago to San Francisco or Chicago to Tampa Bay or Chicago to Tallahassee or none of that shit. Find what works for you in your market, and if you decide that rideshare isn't the best opportunity, then stop doing it. Stop yelling at me. It's not my fault, right? Yeah, that's all I got, guys. I want to thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna try to fall asleep earlier than usual because I'm just super stressed out, and some good rest might fix that. But I want to thank y'all for watching. Everyone, please stay safe, stay driven, stay classy, and stay bearded. I'll talk to you again next time. Bye bye.